I've been keeping a secret. Hello friends, it's Laura from CoolMomAndCollected.com, and in today's video, I am announcing I'm pregnant. I am in the second trimester right now, and I had the roughest first trimester and second trimester to date. I have never experienced this before. You know when you're like a new mom and you like pretend you have symptoms because you really want to like feel pregnant? Well, let me tell you, there was no pretending needing to happen here. I was definitely pregnant. So I was fine up until 6 weeks. 6 weeks hit and it felt like something hit me. Just nauseous all the time. I mean, from morning to night. In the middle of the night, if I woke up, I was nauseous. I didn't work out. I didn't have energy for anything. I don't even think like I went on walks. I slept, I napped during the day. That's another difference. I don't nap, but when I'm pregnant, I always nap. And I say, you know what? I'm going to enter the second trimester and I'm going to feel awesome. Guess what? Didn't happen. It just ended like 2 weeks ago. And I think I found the culprit, guys. Dairy. I've never had a dairy intolerance. I usually actually eat about 12 string cheeses a day when I'm pregnant. I am a cheese fanatic. I'm a bread fanatic, but you know, cheese, I'm just like all about that life. And I cannot be about that life this pregnancy because I am very nauseous when I eat cheese, when I drink milk, anything that has dairy. When I stopped that, I could not believe immediately I felt good. I would love to know in the comments below, please let me know if you have ever only had a dairy intolerance when you're pregnant, because I no longer go after cheese. I'm having dairy-free pizza, and probably I'm eating a lot healthier in some ways because, like I said, cheese was like my diet. And I even thought, I'm like, am I having twins? Because this whole cheese thing is just not me. It's not who I am. You know what I mean? I'm in my second trimester still, in my 20s. I just managed to do my first bicep workout. I know, like in the months where I just haven't done a thing, I know I lost some muscle, but what I've realized being pregnant so many times is like, so many times we have this mentality like, oh, I'll just start after pregnancy, wait till that 6 week mark. And I'm realizing the healthiest, happiest pregnant women are the ones that treat their body wonderful during pregnancy as well. Keep eating well, keep staying hydrated, keep working out. That kind of just active lifestyle where you're still going on walks, you're still just taking care of yourself. And that's what I would recommend to any pregnant mama out there. If you are pregnant, by the way, let me know in the comments down below so we can just like cheer each other on. Right now, I'm feeling really good. Like I'm annoyed that it's taken me to get to 20 weeks to that area to finally feel like I can do, you know, the things that I used to do. So I'm glad to be here now. The best and most exciting part thus far has been finding out the gender. Typically what we do, and this has been since my husband and I first found out genders, and I love this. We go to the anatomy scan, you know, do the 20-week anatomy scan, and then they would give us the, you know, 2 sheets of either it's a girl with the, you know, sonogram, and they would basically tell us like it's a girl or tell us it's a boy. But it would be in an envelope, and we would not open that envelope. We would give one of the envelopes to a baker at our favorite cupcake shop, no matter where we live, because we are always moving. And the cupcake shop would put either pink or blue filling into the cupcake. Now thinking about it, I'm like, that's probably red 40 or blue 1. We will bite into the cupcake together. What ends up happening, which I just love and I long for, is we basically we're like, okay, ready? One, two, wait. Okay, you ready? You ready? All right. And we'll bite into it. And then we're basically like looking at the cupcake with this huge bite in our mouth, staring at each other and just hysterical laughing. And there's just either blue or pink and crumbs all over the place. And it's just really funny. But I go to my anatomy scan, and oh my gosh, I brought my son and my daughter with me, my 8-year-old and my 6-year-old. The nurse comes in. She goes, hey, your sonographer is going to be in a second. He's going to basically just do a quick insert of the wand and just make sure everything's okay there, and then he's going to begin with your ultrasound. I nearly peed my pants. I said, is there any way that I could get a woman? They said, ooh, we'll have to see. I mean, he's with a female student. As she does it, he's just going to have to like direct her. And I'm like, oh, no. I said, I'm sorry. I ended up denying it. So basically, I don't ever remember getting that done, like where they put something in you at the 20 week. Apparently, they said they were doing it to look for preeclampsia or signs like that, and I've never had that before. So I told them, look, I'm going to pass. And they said, okay. And when we look and do the anatomy scan, if we see anything weird, then we might have to do it. But if we don't, we don't. And so I'm like, why didn't you just tell me that to begin with? Like, why are you just shoving stuff up people? Why don't you wait till you have an actual cause to do that? Are you just trying to type a code in? You know what I'm saying? My kids are like, what was he gonna do, Mom? I'm like, no, nothing, honey. Like, he's a professional. But Mommy's just more comfortable with a woman. He came in the room. We had our scan. It was really, really wonderful, just amazing. You know, I, again, really thought that we were going to be surprised by second baby because of my symptoms and how long they lasted. But no, just one sweet little baby who wanted to give me a little harder time, which is fine. And after we did that, I'm thinking, okay, I need to get this gender reveal done. So I spent probably an hour and a half calling different cupcake shops around me, and literally nobody was open. Did anyone have any idea that on Mondays bakeries are closed? Raise your hand. You know, did you know? Because I had no idea, and I called everywhere. My husband's like, we could just open it. I'm like, what? I can't just, like, after all this exciting cupcake eating and looking forward to a cupcake, I can't just like open it and be like, girl or boy, and get excited. I probably could. I was really looking forward to the cupcake. My husband said, you know, if you go to Giant, you can get donuts and they might be able to like fill it for you. So I was like, that's a great idea. I called Giant. There were two guys there. So sweet. They're like, we're not allowed to fill these donuts. They're like, but we could put blue on top. Boo again. Definitely didn't want any part of that. But I said, you know, we can just kind of do it for presentation, maybe, you know, scrape them all off and then take a little bite ski. It was so fun. Oh my gosh, when the kids and I and my husband, we all like sat around the table. We took like votes on if we thought it was going to be a boy, if we thought it was going to be a girl, and most of us thought boy. What's kind of cool about that is if we did have a boy, then it would be 3 girls and 3 boys, which is just kind of cool, you know, like to have 3 and 3, although we were happy with whatever. We were like, oh my gosh, like I'm sweating now just thinking about it. We were like, my lip. We were like, okay, ready? 1, 2. And I'm like, wait, don't open the box yet. Don't open the box yet. We're like, 1, 2. Then we finally opened it up, saw blue, baby, because we're having a boy. So we're going to be having 3 and 3, Lord willing. I am so excited. I think God really knew the desires of our heart. And although we would have been happy with anything, I think the boys were overdue for another brother. So it will be 3 and 3, an even split. And that's going to be really, really fun. We didn't end up eating the donuts because we realized they were pretty stale since it was like 5 p.m. at that point. But it was just great. Remember the moment, and just I'll never forget the vibrancy of the blue sprinkles on top of that donut. But let me tell you guys, names are hard. I don't care who you are. Boys' names, girls' names. I mean, I am named out. We have left the hospital with just baby boy, and we had to go back like 3 days later to get the name. We took a week with our last baby, and it's not even necessarily that they have to go with the names we already have, but like we want them to have good meanings and spiritual meanings, and so it could take a while. I won't know the name until I see the baby, and then who knows, it might take a few weeks before I make up my mind. It all depends on what we feel from that baby, and sometimes what we're all feeling as a family in that season of life. Another big thing that's going on that you might be able to say, I don't know, maybe you've seen in the past few videos, boxes and things like that, but we are actually moving. We are moving out of this apartment. Obviously, for privacy reasons, we don't share a ton of information, but we're moving. And so that's a lot on top of pregnancy, but it's also nice because I've been able to declutter a ton. A lot of good has come out of this move, and I'm excited for it. I did get blood work done, and I have some low iron, which, again, anybody else, I'm always having low iron, and I'm taking a liquid supplement. Of course, I'm trying to increase my iron just through foods, but because of some of the aversions I have, I'm also like I'm dealing with it, and I'm taking the liquid supplement. I'm a pretty quick birther. At least I've become a pretty quick birther, and I'll link my like birth videos and birth vlogs down below if you guys want to see. My second to last birth, I actually gave birth in my RV in under 1 hour. I was supposed to make it to the hospital, did not make it. It's a very funny story. Then my last birth, which was about a 2.5 hour birth, I also believe I shared that birth story. I will link down below. I basically tore my labrum. What is a labrum, you say? Is it down there? No, it's actually your hip. I tore my hip. And I didn't even know it until 6 weeks when I started really like walking and moving around again and basically not being able to walk. Over a year since that incident, and I am just healing. After physical therapy and going to a chiropractor, mostly healed. And I do believe so because I'm not in any more pain, except if I sit certain ways for long periods of time. But again, compared to what I went through, so the next thing that I have on my list coming up at 24 weeks is to make sure that I don't have gestational diabetes. And this is where I'm really excited to share with you guys about the fresh test. You don't have to be a crunchy mama, although I kind of am, to be using the fresh test. All you have to do is not want to have dyes and toxic chemicals being put into your body while you are pregnant. And that's what the fresh test is about. I am so excited. I asked them, could you please, I want to share this with my audience anyway, and I have shared it in a previous video I'll put here that you guys can watch. But I was like, I'm really excited. Like, would you mind sending me one so that I can share it with my audience? And they said yes. I even later found out that the lab that I go to carries the fresh test. You can order from the fresh test directly at thefreshtest.com, or you guys can actually go and inquire at your lab because they may carry the fresh test already. I'm going to show you guys right now why I love the fresh test. Very passionate about this because I have thrown up when they have given me that nasty sugary drink filled with food dye and nastiness at my gestational diabetes testing. I have failed and had to take that nasty drink again and drink it even quicker and had to be inconvenienced by waiting even longer. And I have just, felt the guilt of like, who wants to get pregnant, get excited about this new life, want to take care of it, and then down this disgusting, nasty drink when you don't realize you have another choice? Well, I am so happy to tell you guys the fresh test is that other choice, and it is so worth it. It is all that I will take from now on, and I've shown that by my previous 3 pregnancies. But I'm going to show you guys right now. It is non-GMO, it's gluten-free, it's natural, it has no additives, and there's no dyes. That is huge, you guys. I'm taking a test where I know what I'm putting into my body. How many times do you go to the doctor for pregnancy and they'll do something? They won't even really tell you what they're doing, or they'll give you something. They won't even tell you the benefit, the risks. I can't stand that, and that's why I've been very, very strong advocate for myself every pregnancy. No matter what you guys have done in the past, you can change that. Do you want to know the ingredients in this? It is non-GMO dextrose, D-glucose tapioca, crystallized lemon, organic freeze-dried strawberry, and organic basil leaf. Because this flavor, by the way, which is delicious, I had it, I believe, the last time, is strawberry basil lemonade. I am not yet 24 weeks, so I will not be taking this yet, but I just had to share it with you guys. And if you want a video where you can see me actually taking this drink and actually see the whole process, because you'll either buy it from the fresh test and bring it to your lab and then mix it yourself, but beware, because you have to go in and say, hey, I have the fresh test. I'm going to be taking the test. I also have my bottle of water that I'm going to mix it into. And then you're going to take it in front of them and then sit and wait. Or you're going to go in and ask them, do you have the fresh test? And my heart sang when I heard the place right near me actually has it, because I'm like, I'm so happy women are getting that option. And I hope they're telling people, because this stuff is the best. It was delicious. And I remember saying in my last video, I could literally eat this with pizza. This is legit a delicious drink. And honestly, it's something I would have like with a pizza or something. Thank you to the Fresh Test for sending me this so that I could share with my viewers in a more close-up and personal way. And I'm so thankful for the Fresh Test, because I just got an email that they reactivated my coupon code. You guys can get 10% off anything at the Fresh Test if you use my code CoolMom and Collected. This code will be active until the end of the year, so make sure you use it before it's too late. I'm gonna show you guys my belly and then we'll close out. But whew, here I am. So my husband definitely bought me this jumpsuit in like 12 different colors, and I love it. It's awesome because usually my go-to outfit when I'm pregnant is like tights, like you'll see from all my previous videos. It's like leggings, long tunic shirts. And then I realized, why am I doing that? Why am I having a band around my belly? Why not just let the belly live? And so here's my belly. Boop. And I will link these down below too in case you guys like them, because these things are awesome. They have pockets. And like I said, they just I look good with everything, and honestly, this is all that I'm pretty much wearing. I'm just wearing pretty much these, as you guys are gonna see, with t-shirts or whatever. I think I gained pretty quickly because I was so nauseous and I kept eating, and funny enough, the more I kept eating, the more nauseous I got. It was really a toxic, terrible cycle. Now I'm kind of like stable, where the scale's not moving, which duh, it's supposed to move, Laura. You're getting a baby. I know that. I think I started at 135 and I am not ashamed of weight. So I'm gonna tell you. In the mornings, I'm at like 159. Can you believe it? Sometimes it even creeps up to 160. It's all good. But I'd be lying if I said I probably shouldn't have gained that much that fast. Probably because of the dairy intolerance and because I had no idea and just kept stuffing my face with food. Now I'm just gonna, be working out, be walking more, and I'm gonna try to keep it under 170, because my first pregnancy I only gained 15 pounds, which is what my mom gained for all 4 of her children. Second pregnancy I gained 20. Third pregnancy I gained 25. Fourth pregnancy, see what's happening here, I gained 30. And then the last one, I'm pretty sure I gained 40. So I already gained 24. That's fine. As you tackle life in the next coming days, let's remember to take deep breaths. Let's remember to pray. When we are weak, our Heavenly Father is strong. Stay cool, calm, and collected. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.